So this is me, Abhishek Mato. I'm here to give a PowerPoint presentation on the topic happiness. Now, this topic may seem to you very simple, but it is very complex. It is very complex to understand the definition of happiness. In today's world, we don't try to understand what happiness is. 99% of people don't know what does it mean actually. So today I have taken some illustrations and some examples so that make you understand it. What do I mean by happiness? And I will be trying to give a new definition and dimension to it. So let's start. First of all, I will look at the index, at what all things I'm going to cover in my presentation. The very first thing is, what is happiness? Second, as I have said, I have taken some examples and illustrations to make you understand what do I mean. Third is that the reasons of unhappiness. Now, as we know that if there's something white in this world, because there's something black. If there's something like happiness, then there must be something like unhappiness. And surprisingly, we are unhappy in our life. More people are unhappy. Like there are very less chances of having a person who is happy. So let us try to understand what are the reasons of unhappiness, and the best solution is try to avoid the things which make you unhappy. And that is called inversion. That is a technique which is called inversion, in which we try to avoid the things which make you fail. Okay, and you will automatically get success. At last, still I will be providing some solution, some tips so that you can be happy in your life. So let's start. The very first thing is, what is happiness? Now, in a nutshell, or if somebody asks me that, say me that what is happiness in a simple statement or in a simple sentence, then I will simply say him that happiness is not a place, it's a direction. What do I mean by it? It means that there's no place where you can get happiness. You cannot go to a shop and say, Bhaiya, give me 1 kg of happiness. No, it will not happen. It is something which continues. It is a journey. It is not a destination, my dear. So I will be explaining it in my further slides. So let's move on. Now let us look into the literal definition of happiness, which you can even get in the net. So I'm trying to explain it. So happiness is something which we can't describe in words. It can only be felt from someone's expression of smile. Okay, I cannot define happiness. Now the happiness, the definition to it has different meaning for different people. Okay, for me, I believe that spending 500 or 1,000 rupees with my friends outside is normal to me. But for a person who cannot even afford a shelter or food for himself, for them 500 or 1,000 rupees is a matter of great concern. It's a matter of great happiness. So happiness has different meaning for different people. Okay, so there's no general definition to it. Likewise, happiness is a signal or identification of good and prosperous life. Happiness is very simple to feel and difficult to describe. Yeah, you cannot describe that you're happy. How much I already said. It is not a physical quantity which you can measure. Okay. And at last, happiness comes from within, and no one can steal your happiness. That's a beautiful thing about it. That it is something which you can share with others, but you not steal from others. Okay. Let us move to the illustrations. Okay, now I have made one illustration, or I have made an example wherein I will be trying to explain the various aspects of happiness. Okay, so let us meet Harry. So Harry is just an undergraduate student. Let us consider he is a student who is studying in college. So one day we find that Harry is unhappy. Why is he unhappy? He is unhappy or sad because he is having a mobile phone which is very outdated. And when he sees his friends that they are having better mobile phones, he feels sad. He feels that he cannot he cannot be present in that particular friend circle. You know, it happens. It happens that when your friends are having things that are better than yours, you feel sad about it. You know, like when I was in class 11th, I used to have that box full of phone, you know, that Nokia phone, kind of, because at that time I need to be more focused on my studies. So, and my friends used to have smartphones, and that kind of feeling I had that yes, yeah, my friends are having a better phone, and I'm having like that Dibba phone. So it eventually makes me sad. So same is the case with Harry. Next, so he decided that he will be buying a smartphone for himself. He was buying a phone for himself. So he decided that yes, I will buy a phone and I will show it to my friends, and it will surely give immense happiness, immense pleasure. So next day he went to the shop and bought a phone for himself. Okay. and he used to have a nice time with it, uh, carry it everywhere, and show it to his friends. But again, the same day arrives that again he's comparing himself with others. Now he saw that his friends are having better laptop too, and his laptop is just outdated. So at the end of the day, we find Harry in a state where he's always unhappy. Now I want a new laptop and I am never happy. He feels like this. Okay. So what does happiness mean? Some some days earlier he was happy, but now we can see that he's unhappy. So happiness should be persistent. It should not be temporary. Money and materialistic things can give you temporary happiness. It cannot give you persistent happiness. You know, persistent happiness you can get it through satisfaction, through the moments that you build with your family members, with your loved ones. Okay. So what you just saw was an example wherein we find that there are many ways in which we can be happy, but at the same time, there are many ways in which we can find reasons for unhappiness. The case of Harry, he was finding the reasons for unhappiness. He was not finding the reasons for happiness. He tend to compare himself with others. So at the end of the day, he was unhappy. Next, I will be talking about the human behavior. Now, human behavior can be considered like that of a donkey present in this picture. Just like the donkey who keeps on moving in a hope of obtaining the carrot, humans also try to destine their happiness. They think that yes, after this particular stage or after I attain this, I will be happy. No, this cannot happen. Like even I thought that when I was in class 10th, I thought that yes, I will clear G and all these things and I will be happy eventually. But that's not the thing. I'm in college and now again I'm preparing for other exams or some for my future. So we are always caught in the vicious cycle until the time we think that yes, I will destine my happiness after this particular stage, I will be happy. That's not going to make it. We will be happy through the surroundings. We will be. It's a journey, as I've already said. It's a journey. Try to build memories with your friend. Try to build memories with your family members, and that's the way you get happiness. Okay. So next, I will be talking about the reasons of unhappiness. Now, there are many reasons. Okay, there are many reasons for unhappiness. Now, every person in this world is unique. They have their own set of happiness. They have their own set of reasons for being unhappy. Okay, but I have gathered some common reasons which is actually present in everyone's life. Okay, now the very first thing is waiting for happiness, as I've already discussed in my previous slides, and this has been the limelight that don't wait for it. Don't wait that yes, I will be happy at this moment of time, or I will be happy after I will go to this place. No, it will not happen. Never. Next is making comparison. Don't try to compare yourself with others. You know, whenever I wake up early in the morning, I constantly trying to say myself that yes, I am the best and I will always be the best, no matter whatever the case may be. I am the best. So don't try to make comparison with others. You don't have to be better. You have to be the best. Third is aiming for perfection. No one in this world is perfect. Even the people who are considered to be the best, who were considered to be the most successful person in this world, they are not perfect. They have failed many times. And after that failure, they have learned. That's how the life goes. Okay. You have to learn from your mistakes. And that's how you try to be perfect in this world. But yes, you can never be perfect. Okay. So just get satisfied with what you have and be happy that you will be at some moment you will be happy, or like you will be trying to attain perfection. But this is the law of nature. The Almighty has designed us in such a manner that we can never attain the stage of perfection. Next is you seek materialism. Like money, we think that yes, I will be having more money, then I will be more happy. That doesn't mean more money is equal to more happiness. This is not the equation. Even the mathematics will defy it. So I am trying to say that money is not everything. Okay, money can be many things, but money cannot be everything. So you don't seek for materialistic things. Don't seek for things like, as I've already discussed in my illustration, that the Harry he was running for laptop, phones. Those things were materialistic. He was not running for the real satisfaction that he may get after he attained something, after he got his phone. Okay. Next is you hold on to past. Now our mind is always revolving around the past, or thinking about the happenings in the past, and keep worrying about the future. It doesn't. This is not the way how we should be. We should try to live in present. But yes, it is difficult to live in present. Yeah, I accept it is difficult to, but it's not impossible. Try to be in present and live the moment, because every moment is unique in this world. Every moment is going to actually make you give you a lesson that you may carry it forward in your life. And when time comes, when the bigger call comes, you may remember those moments, remember your experience, and try to implement it. Next is you are competing with others. Like something like making comparison. Don't try to compete with others, dear. Uh, you are not in the race. We are told that life is a race, but it's not like that. It is life is such a race where only you are running. Okay, and if you start competing with others, then you will be coming second even in the race where you alone are running. Okay, so don't try to compete with others. Next, how to be happy in life. Yeah, the best way is to avoid these things that I have already discussed. Okay, try to avoid making comparisons, aiming for perfection, materialism, past, future, and competing with others. Try to avoid these things, and yes, you are going to be happy in your life. But still, I have to taken some points just for the formality goals, I think. So spend more time with your friends and family. Okay, if you talk about me, I don't have many friends. I have just few or 4 or 5 friends, but still, I make sure that they are very good. I'm proud of my family members, and I'm proud of my friends even. When I require them, they help me out, and even I feel happy to help them. The moments that I build with them is going to help me in times when the things will not go well for me. Okay, conquer negative thinking. You cannot attain positive results by thinking negative. Think positive, things will go positive. Next, eat nourishing food, get regular exercise. Yeah, it is always told by our parents, by our elders, that have nourishing food, have regular exercise. This will also reduce the chances of being stress, anxiety. Continuous stress will lead to depression, and then continuous depression may lead to a disaster. A disaster, I mean that you may go to some you may have attempt to suicide and all. So try to avoid it. Okay, have regular exercise, eat nourishing food, and it is definitely going to help you have a healthy life. At last, live in the moment. Okay, reality, what you are experiencing in this very moment, you are going through this right now. Sometimes you want to escape from the reality. Yeah, I want to add one point over here. There are sometimes you want to escape from the reality. You know, when things not are not the way we want, like every day is not the same. Life is like a piano. Okay, that it consists of both black and white keys. The black keys represent the days which are sorrowful, and white keys represent the days which are happy, which are like joyful. So at times when things doesn't go the way you want, at those moments, try to remember the moments that you have built with your family. Okay, and that is what I want to say. That yes, try to spend some more time with your family. At this moment, when all of us are at home, we have this golden opportunity to make memories with our family members, make memories with our friends. Okay, after going to college, we will hardly get some time to even talk with them. So it's very important to build some memories. It will try to replenish you, and try to chase you at every moment of life. So with this, I come to the end of my presentation, and I believe that I have make you understand what do I mean by happiness, and I have tried to give a new dimension to it, a new definition to it. And at last, I just want to say you that life is a choice. Okay, we all of us are standing at the diversion. At one hand, we can choose to be happy. On the other, we can choose to be unhappy. It's your choice. You know, you don't. You're not governed by the decisions of anyone else life. So it's your life. Try to live the way you want. Okay, don't make comparisons. I already said, don't make comparisons. Okay, try to be a sun and create your own sunshine. Don't try to be a star. Okay, and yes, with this, I end my presentation. Hope you like it, and yeah, have a nice day ahead.